Sports 1440, your sports leader in Edmonton. Now, we talk about it takes a village to raise a child. We've heard that many times, but it takes a lot of different parties, a lot of different people to provide opportunities for people of all ages across our cities and our province to make sporting participation possible. And one of the key partners and leaders in this area is the province of Alberta, the government of the province of Alberta. And I'm pleased to welcome today, and honored, in fact, to have our Minister of Tourism and Sport from the province of Alberta, the Honorable Andrew Bointcheko, joining us here on Hoop City. Minister Bointcheko, welcome and thank you.
Well, thank you, Paul. It's absolutely a pleasure to meet with you, and both online here and also being invited to the games 3x3 was playing in Alberta here. And I'm very honored to have you as a partner with our government, and I totally admire the work you're doing in the sports. I'm very passionate about sports in general, and basketball and 3x3 was absolutely amazing. Something new that I've first time been when you invited me. So I'm actually looking forward to join further games and help participate and be a partners with you as well.
Well, thank you for that very much, Minister Bointcheko. And Minister, you joined us at our Hoop City Festival this past summer at West Edmonton Mall. It was over the August long weekend. It was a fantastic show, I would say, in bringing athletes from all over the world, including, of course, our great Canadian women's team, who won the event, one of the top teams in the world, and will be one of the threats for an Olympic medal in Los Angeles in 2028. None of this could have happened, however, without the support of the provincial government. Minister, in your opening comments, you talked about your being passionate about sport. Where does that passion come from? What's your background, not just in sport, but what's your background that has led you to this portfolio for the provincial government?
Well, I want to start with this, that I was never a professional sports player, but I grew up in Europe playing soccer on a daily basis. So when I came to Canada here, started my own family, all three of my kids were participating in sports, and I was involved with coaching, helping them, and training them as well, both soccer and hockey for my middle son, and a little bit of rugby for my daughter. So the
multi-sport family.
Well, yeah, and just to let you know as well, I play basketball, but I'm very passionate also in volleyball as well. In fact, I think this is the longest I've ever played sport in one period. Like I can play hours and hours and hours of volleyball. So I'm very passionate about the sport. But what's important to mention, my vision for their province in general, that the more access kids have to sports, to play sports, to get involved in sports, to participate in sports, and to belong, the less trouble kids we're going to have on the street. And I'm driven by that passion, and I share that with Premier, and hence the conversation started for us, for me particularly, to run the tourism and sports because of that passion. I believe that instead of building Taj Mahal, one big complex in one spot in the province, we should build 10, 20 smaller opportunities across the province so that kids, youth, and people generally can participate in sports to prevent our healthcare system, because we know that the more people play sports, the healthier they stay. The more kids and youth participate in sports, the less we have troubled and bad kids on the street. So my passion is to get as many youth, kids, and people in sports as much as we can in our province.
No, let's talk a little bit about that, Minister Bointcheko. I love the vision. I love the idea of what I guess the way I would paraphrase it is not necessarily flashy facilities, but spending the money on the participation space as opposed to the architecture. and the amenities, because anybody that's traveled to various countries around the world, many people who have done that have seen that that is how a lot of countries that have very, very robust participation numbers have gone about building their community sports facilities. Talk about what the province is doing to make this happen in communities around our great province in Western Canada.
Well, we have various different programs that we invest and participate. We have Every Kid Can Play, active community initiatives, and government of Alberta spends millions of dollars. We invested $2.5 million in the major sport events grant program to support national and international competition and tournaments right here in the province. And I guess you were guys part of that as well. $5 million to help bring the upcoming 2027 IIHF into the province. $4.5 million to support the CFR in Edmonton. Also, the 2027 IHF are expected to generate $90 million economic activity in the province here as well. So we look at this as we investing into the province, we're investing into our youth and our sports in the province, but also, we also look and see it also pays back to the province in many folds, right? Financially, but as well as health-wise, keeping our youth healthy. To the ICI, we invested $7 million just last year to support 14 projects across the province. So our grant programs are vastly invested in the province to support our communities. One other, I would like to also mention that $8 million this year was spent to help get every kid in the game. That's Every Kid Can Play program. And we supported through that over 130 sports and communities organizations across the province. So province is very supportive, but also participating financially quite a bit to allow kids to get in the game and also building facilities to sustain those games in the province here.
I'm speaking with the Minister of Tourism and Sport, Andrew Bointcheko, here on Hoop City with Paul Sir on Sports 1440. Minister, you've laid it out, I think, very, very well. Not only that, all of the good that sport does for our communities in terms of physical health, mental health, bringing communities together, providing facilities. I know from personal experience that I've been in the basketball world for a long, long time, many decades in the province of Alberta, and I've always been grateful for the support that the province has provided to the various endeavors I've had the good fortune of being a part of. What's your vision for Alberta as a sports and tourism community moving forward? Is it sounds like it's a healthy combination of participation opportunities for our kids, for all of our citizens across the province, but there is an important economic portion to this as well, and that is the sports tourism world that Alberta is trying and is very successful at participating in.
Well, Paul, I want to start with this. I want to mention how important it is to work with people like you who dedicate their time and lifelong, commitment to the sports to help us help the province. Provincial government and so on going out there and looking for facilities and teams to support. It's not an easy task, but partnering with coaches and with people driven by sport, who's committed like you throughout your life cycle, through your life long commitment to the sports is what's helping us to participate meaningfully in the province. Because with people who organize these games, people who actually organize the community and teams and bringing together even folks from other countries. When I went to your event, I was surprised to see international participation in the Hoop City 3x3 that I visited. That you're investing your time, effort to organize it. And we are partnering with people like you to help distribute the funding and support of our province. So our vision is to grow that. Our vision is to make sure that more Albertans can participate and be part of the sports activities. And we're looking to grow that participation numbers.
Well, Minister Bointcheko, I think the way that you've laid it out is that healthy, robust partnership approach of collaboration, working arm in arm, hand in hand, trying to make the province a better place for people to live and to bring opportunities to all people. We know the stats, we know the numbers of new Canadians, new Albertans that are coming into our province, and it's imperative to all of us that we provide these outlets for these new citizens, for these new residents to be able to participate, to become part of our community. And the province of Alberta, all of your efforts, the money that's being spent and the good intentions and the goodwill that's being built with people like myself. And when you say I've been involved a long time, that's because I'm really old, but that's okay. It's a great pleasure and a great privilege to be collaborating with you. So final thoughts, Minister, because I know your time is precious. But if you had a message for Albertans about what the province of Alberta wants for them, what would that message be?
Well, my message and my goal is to increase access to sport for Albertans across the whole province, and also increase access for athletes who want to come to Alberta to compete, participate in sports, and also motivate people to get into sports, to start their active lifestyle. And we have a lot of talents in the province. And you know that a lot of Albertans competing internationally in Olympics, and they bring medals home. So my message will be this. We want to increase the access, but we also want people to step up, participate, and get involved. And I want to say thank you to you, Paul, for your passion and your commitment to what you do for our province. This is going to leave a meaningful impact on many Albertans, and I'm honored and pleased to be partners with you, and looking forward to work in partnership.
Thank you for those kind words, Minister Bointcheko. We look forward to your being out at our 3x3 event again this year. We appreciate all the support and really appreciate taking the time today. I know you're extremely busy, so it means a lot, not just to myself, but certainly to our listeners and our viewers, to see the kind of enthusiasm and passion that you bring and the commitment that you represent from the province of Alberta for the betterment of sport in Alberta. Thank you, Minister Andrew Bointcheko.
Thank you, Paul, for having me. I'm looking forward for more interviews and for more games to be to witness and be part of. And I have a lot of fun, and I'm looking forward to do more work with you, Paul. Thank you.
We're going to get you out on the 3x3 court yet, Minister, that's for sure. So, Minister Andrew Bointcheko, Minister of Tourism and Sport for the province of Alberta, joining us here on Hoop City with Paul Sir on your sports leader, Sports 1440.